and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. In front of us we have the Yorek YK-901. It's an AM FM Shortwave portable digital radio. I bought this radio for $15 shipped from Amazon. Here it is. What caught my eye was the cool circular dial here with the green LCD lit display and then a nice clean looking speaker grill. It looks like a quality radio. I saw that and I'm like, that looks nice. I'd like to give that a shot. And the fact that it says shortwave, I said, well, worth a shot. And hey, here it is. Yorek. Picture of the radio, AM FM digital radio, basic stuff, alarm clock, search. Hopefully search for stations. I've never seen that before. Sleep, speaker. Okay. So it does have a sleep function, which is nice. And there's the back. Okay, let's get into the box. What do we get? Radio, side, directions. Oh, there's something else in there. Here we go. Okay, so what do we get for 15 bucks? First thing we get is a pair of headphones. El Cheapos. They're not great. I've used them, tested them, I tried them. They're not good at all. But there's a reason why I tried them out. And I'll explain why. Because I normally don't use these. I have my own pair, but I thought I'd try these because I was having an issue with the radio, and I'll explain that feature. So there we go. Let's go to the manual. Introduction, YK-901. Pause and read. You can pause and read some of this stuff if you need to. Just kind of go slowly there. The sleep function's nice. I'm probably just going to functions. We're going to go over like the shortwave and AM and FM. As far as like setting the alarm clock or doing different things like that, I'm not going to go into detail. Or like say I like here like saving stations. That's a pain, but once you master that, it's awesome. Here's your frequency for the frequency nuts. Let me just show you the top part there. So there you go. You can pause and read the frequency and all the little stats, safety directions, troubleshooting. So there you go. Try to go over most of it with you. All right, the radio. It's in a plastic little bag. And there it is. Yeah, it's a good looking radio. A little bit of dust, of course, dust magnet. All right, so let's go over dimensions of the Yorek. We have 4 7/8 of an inch across, 2 3/4 inches high, and a depth of 1 inch. For size comparison, I have my handy Altoids tin. And I have always on hand the CC pocket. Give you an idea. All right. Yeah, the styling really caught my eye. I really like this. So let's go over features. Left-hand side, we just have a design element that's carried over from the front, which I think is nice. Pretty simple. We have the model number, YK-901. Sweet. Behind here, we have a 2-inch speaker. You can see through the speaker grill there. Over here, we have a power button. Also functions as our lock feature. The word Yorek. LCD screen that is side lit with a green light, which I love. It's really bright, you'll see. It has a digital clock showing. We have a 24-hour mode or a 12-hour mode, which is good. Here we have what it says, sleep and scan function button. Volumes down and up. Memory down and up. Tuning down and up. Band select, AM FM Shortwave, which is really nice. And of course, there's hidden features here where if you hit a certain combination, you get to your alarm clock feature and to set your time. That's all in the manual. Right-hand side here, we have the headphone jack. The reason why I tried the headphones that came with it is because I wasn't getting stereo. This radio isn't advertised as stereo, but in the manual it says something about stereo and it has a little stereo icon, but I never could get stereo to work on here. So it's pretty much FM both ears. I'm gathering that this radio either didn't implement the stereo at all or there's something up with this headphone jack. But I'll be honest with you. This radio for 15 bucks, I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to bother sending it back because it doesn't have FM stereo on the headphones. I know I'm FM stereo freak, but this radio does really good for 15 bucks on its own, just listening to the speaker. So I will probably use it as that. There's a DC input of 3 volts there, so you don't need to use batteries if you get that set up. And we got a handy wrist strap, which is pretty small for a little kid. Antenna extends out to 16.5 inches and swivels 360 degrees. And also they had notched the cabinets, so when you put it on the stand, it'll help keep that antenna more vertical. So that's a handy feature. On the back there, we have that stand called kick out, flip out stand, quality control passed. There's your frequency 87 to 108 on FM, AM's 520 to 1710, and shortwave 4.75 to 2185. And that's continuous too. You can actually search that all the way through, which is really nice. 2 AA batteries go in there, and we got the vented cabinet there. So let's go ahead and talk about FM reception real quick. FM reception sensitivity was good to very good. I found over 60 stations. Yeah, that was awesome. When you plug in your headphones, it acts as the antenna when you're walking, so you don't have to have the whip extended. But if you want to increase the reception of the radio with the headphones hooked up, you can extend the antenna also, and you get better reception using both, which I thought was pretty nice. So there's a little hidden tidbit you didn't know about. So yeah, FM sensitivity was good to very good, and FM selectivity was good. Being a digital radio, it locked on the signals fairly well. FM stereo is a no-go for me on this radio. I don't know why it doesn't work, or if it's implemented properly, or if there's just something with the headphone jack. I tried my headphones, I tried their headphones. I wasn't getting stereo on any strong station. I have an idea that's probably not implemented, because the little stereo icon sometimes shows up on like static. So you know something's up when the stereo icon shows up on static. I think it's just like a tuning thing or something, a tuning mode icon, not really stereo. So what else we got to talk about? Okay, so that's pretty much for the FM. So let's go ahead. We're going to turn this on, and we're going to just do a little bit of band scan with it. So let me go ahead, raise the antenna up. Now we're just going to use the basic antenna, not hooked up to anything, for this FM test. And let me go ahead and turn this on. We have to turn this volume down here real quick. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to tune to the bottom of the band here. Now you can press and hold, and it'll seek out the next station, as you can see it, or you can just do steps to get to the bottom quicker. So we're going to try to get to the bottom, and then we're just going to do a scan and see what it finds. Now you get 32 presets on the FM, 32 on the AM, and 32 on the shortwave. So that's handy to have that many presets on an inexpensive radio. I was pretty impressed. So I don't know why I'm going to the bottom, 87, but we'll go to the bottom, and we'll press and hold scan, and we'll see what it finds. See it putting stuff into memory there. I wonder if it's going to run out before we even get to... Yeah, it feels like it's going to run out before we even get to the top of the band. That's funny. It's almost like you need 100 presets on FM. Yeah, it's going to use them up here shortly. So I love that green backlight. Look at that. It's nice. We're going to turn off this later. Get a good look at that. Yeah, it's nice. It's really bright, clear. Still going, still going. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. It's almost at 32, so it'll stop here shortly, even though it won't make the end of the band. Okay, so there we go. We'll go ahead and turn this up, see what it found. So you go to navigate those memory plus, memory minus.
Answer to that question. Join us again next time from would have my missile.
Well, you can have a chocolate.
At Bettenhausen.
Set of metal anthems.
Or the 28. Just a reminder again, you can all.
Okay, I'll just manually go up from here.
ready for back to school?
Solution says homes going on the market in the second.
Rompió la amistad porque eso rompe la amistad.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and turn that down. And we're going to do a radio todderbert here, do a little audio test. And then we'll do some shortwave. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to put this down a little bit. Okay, so we are going to tune to, actually, you know what, I'm going to use a little stand here. We're going to tune up, oops. We'll get radio todderbert going. Oh wait, you know what the best way is? You can actually use your memory buttons to get you around. I'll show you what I did with shortwave, it's pretty cool. So we're going to go 97.7, this is radio todderbert, but turn it on. And we're playing, so let's go ahead and see what this thing can do. Right, volume up.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
There you go. So a little bit of static was something shorting out over by my player setup. I was grounding out, I think, on something. The radio picked it up. So we're going to turn radio todderbert off. Okay, so we got a little audio test gone. So let's go ahead and hook up the shortwave. Let's see what this thing can do. I'll show you what I did with shortwave today. I spent some time and I was able to set it up so I can navigate the shortwave real nice. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use my wire. It's hooked up to the window here. Texan wire, about, I don't know, is it 12-foot wire. And we're going to go to the shortwave band. Now, the neat thing about shortwave band is that you press and hold. It'll cycle to the different meter. You can go like to those right there. We'll get you there pretty quick, but I did it a little faster with the presets. So we'll start at the bottom. Okay. Turn this up. See what we can hear tonight. So what I did is on my presets, I have it so we can get right to the places we want to be. Cool, it's finding stuff. Yeah, the shortwave literally surprised me for a little inexpensive radio. It was doing pretty good. Earlier today, I was picking up quite a few stations, so it's interesting that it does so well for it. Like I said, $15. Like I said, enjoy the backlight, and then like I said, I use my memories. So every time I hit this, it goes up 0.5 megahertz. So I go from 5 to 5.5 to 6 to 6.5. It works out really nice.
And they are spiritually discerned. Heavenly Father.
So yes, it'll be
There
fun.
are some things that we do for the Lord that's individual, and there are things that we have to do together.
Nicaragua and defending international liberation front from the afternoon demonstration.
Cuando lo tenga todo listo, ofrezca ayuda a los menos afortunados. Abu Ghazal, Almuquebra, Enfrejá y Abugará.
Radio Habana, Cuba. Experiencia, profesionalismo, compromiso.
Kind of neat. Yeah, this thing's picking up quite a few.
Secretary of the United Nations Mission for Latin America.
See, we'll probably go up to 7, stop there. We'll do a little quick AM band scan, then we'll kind of get final thoughts. I'll show you my preset pattern I did on here, which is really nice. But for an inexpensive $15 radio, yeah, this is looking pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Love the FM reception. Shortwave in a pinch is great. This works out pretty good. You only get 32 presets, so that's not as fun, but the fun. Oh, the CW there, cool. So the neat thing about this is the presets is I was able to, as you can see, every 0.5 megahertz there. Find station. Cool.
又过了一天，耶稣决定前往加利利地区。
And you can scan from wherever you stop, which is really nice. And if you don't find anything, because the scanning is slow on here, you just go to your next preset, get you up a little further in the band, instead of having to use this. I don't think there's anything on 10. Oh, there is. Good. Hopefully that gives you an idea what this radio can do on shortwave. Like I said, it works really good. I'm really happy with it. Was way impressed with that. That was doing so well. Okay, so it's like I said, it goes all the way up to, the 21.85. Let's just take my presets all the way up to the top here. You can normally go quicker. Okay. So you can see it. I'm topped out right there, 2050. So, yeah, kind of neat. All right, so let's go to the AM band. All right, so we will start at the bottom. We're not going to do a full band scan. Just going to show you the AM does suffer from Birdie Tones. Ugh, it's one of those things. But a few of my stations that I listen to locally sound really good and I'll get the Birdie Tone, so makes me happy. WSM, Nashville, Tennessee. 434 miles. That's nice. Wow. Cool. Didn't expect that.
Hardwood floors like no other. But you really have to just
670 local.
rehab it.
Driver uses
WLW Cincinnati, 300 miles.
Like getting gas delivered.
You're on the air.
I'm thinking of proposing to my girlfriend, and these rings look perfect.
Ooh, we got a Craver Casanova. The ring.
WGN.
Symbol of love.
You can tell there's a little tone there.
For $2.99.
I'm afraid of commitment.
I was getting Zoomer last night. Not getting it tonight though, but I did get it last night. So it does come in. Where are you? Come on. There it is. Cool. Whoops. So I hit the preset button. So let's just go ahead and cruise back up there. This can go fairly quick. This would be WSB Atlanta.
Running as an open socialist, democratic socialist.
This is Detroit, Michigan.
What the Democrat Socialists stand for sure looks like socialism. They want to abolish capitalism.
WJR, 270 miles.
That's pretty intense. Pay the required minimum hourly wage.
Local.
The lawsuit.
Your body needs a certain level of that. They're even finding that people
CTLW, Windsor, Ontario.
get their sodium levels too low. Deal with other
270 miles. Got that little bit of birdie tone. You can hear it on some of these stations. WCCO, Minneapolis. 310 miles.
At 10 p.m. Pacific time, Ron and I will be heading to the airport, and we will be flying to Richmond for the Richmond.
It's got this automatic gain control that slowly creeps up, if you noticed.
Now, the itinerary for what
840
we're going to do is on the
WHAS,
Facebook
Louisville,
page
Kentucky.
at, Facebook.com.
KOA Denver. Who knows if he sat here, if it come in or not, probably. CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Ah, here's something here. This would be WWL, New Orleans. 865 miles. If I put a loop on here, you'll probably hear it. Dust magnet. So we're here. This is WCBS right now. You can barely hear it, but it's there. New York City, 750 miles. I'm surprised it's getting these stations. Local. I'm just gonna cruise up here. Some local. KDKA Pittsburgh, 450 miles.
About when Aunt Dahlia gets angry, strong men climb into trees and pull it up after them.
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles. WHO, 1040.
Only his second blown save this year.
WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio.
Literally, we're running a business and we have families, and our families were not a part of the show.
KMOX, St. Louis,
so it became
225 miles.
daunting to be able to include
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. Wow, this thing's impressing me. Yeah, it's got its birdie tones, but we're able to get some good distant stations. Not bad. Okay, I'm just going to take it up to the top here. As you can tell, these bands are pretty busy. WCKY Cincinnati, 300 miles.
Yourselves.
Get over yourselves.
KXEL.
If you have a complaint, then fine. Do so beforehand.
Waterloo,
But when
Iowa.
you demean and mock and attack the
210 miles. CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. 460 miles. Go back to the bottom here. I want to check something. Yeah, we still got the Birdie Tones. Nashville was coming in earlier.
Level that fans aren't able to, unfortunately. And
You'd see a lot of us in need of a recharge. Thank goodness there's 5-hour energy. Because just one
Cool. All right. Well, there it is. Go ahead and turn that off. That was fun. Oh, I did a lock button. Okay. There it is. All right. The Yorek YK-901. Let's do final thoughts. For $15, is it a buy? You know what? Yes, it is. I will say give it a go. I know there's a lot of options out there, and there's just a ton of things. But if you want an on-the-go radio, you're not using headphones too much. I mean, headphone experience isn't bad, so don't worry. You just don't get that FM stereo. It's not a big breaker for me because the FM did sound really good on the headphones. This is just excellent on the FM. I just really enjoyed the reception I got on it. The AM isn't bad. It has the Birdie Tones, but we're able to get some far stations, and it locked in pretty nicely. I was pretty happy, and I realized during that test that I had a transformer plugged in. That might have been putting out some noise, but it actually was helping probably that gain control that you heard creeping up slowly. That was probably because the transformer there was trying to filter that out. So it didn't really diminish any of the results I noticed when I went through it again. But yeah, this radio handled that really nicely. It also handled my phone on 890 and 830 as far as noise control. I heard a little bit, but not as severe as some of my radios. So it does a pretty good job on the AM as far as handling the selectivity of the signal. And the sensitivity seems really nice. It just, if it was insulated better with the CPU and circuit, we wouldn't get those Birdie Tones. Overall, for $15, you got that shortwave that's usable. You saw that. It works during the day. I get daytime signals with it. It's not super handy to navigate, but if you do what I did with those memory, and you just scan up and down with these, you'll have a lot of fun with this little $15 radio. I'd say give it a go. And don't forget, I'll put a link down here for the radio. So if you wish to buy this, use my link. Support me. I think I get $0.25 if you buy it. It'd be awesome. Also put a link for the Kato T1 wire, which is really nice. Definitely a good companion to this radio. And it adds 21 feet to your antenna. So definitely, those are like $9.99. Totally worth the investment. You're spending $15, spend 10 more bucks and buy yourself a nice wire. And if you ever upgrade this radio to something better, you can use that wire on that radio too. So it's just kind of a neat thing to have. So yes, this gets a buy 100% in my book for the money. Yes, there's competition out there, but this just has some cool styling, some great features, good audio quality, handles the bands real well for me. I'm pretty impressed. It's worth the $15. All right, guys. Well, if you're new to the channel and you're like, hey, Yorek, what the heck's that? And who the hell is todderbert? Subscribe and find out. Hit the bell icon to get notified of more videos coming up. Got lots of little radios I'm going to be reviewing. And then, and if you're curious or you want to comment about the Yorek, use the comments down below to talk about the 901, what you think about it. Do you want to buy one? Do you own one? I like it. I really do enjoy this. This is really nice. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you watching. Take care, and we will see you next episode. Bye-bye.